So a couple things I would say absolutely are, to me, taboos in the workplace. Racial issues, which is so difficult because the reality is we are in a very much racially charged space. I would say that if you are in a place, again, where you're with a coworker, you're in the car on the way somewhere, and you feel like you both have the same thought process because they said something that you can relate to, then, or you just have that relationship, it's almost peer to peer, then go ahead and have the conversation. But in the workplace, don't. People have different views than you all. Even though that may be your friend that you always talk to Sue by the coffee machine, she may very well have different feelings than you all about other things that can cause, I would say, disruption. It can also cause resentment. And you may not even be aware of it, but it may subconsciously creep into your work or her work. So don't talk about race. Don't talk about gender issues. You know, there were a lot of things that came up when there was this women's march. A lot of people had a lot of things to say. Your job is to do your work and observe other people. Your job is not to add your 5 cents. So if the story gets repeated, your name is called out, and then people are forming an impression of you. Not just the fact that you have certain viewpoints, but really your judgment, in the sense of the fact that, like, why wouldn't you just kind of I would say, just be a fly on the wall. The other thing I would say is in terms of, you know, relationships in the workplace, when they're actually intimate, I would say don't. That's just me personally, don't. My saying is, if I can look you up in Outlook, which is most people's emails exchange, we have no business dating each other. I say that because you just never know where people are going to end up. You never know how the relationship is going to turn out. And you just never know if you're going to find yourself in a reporting structure where it becomes very awkward and honestly a policy violation from a fraternization standpoint. Now, if it does happen, because in Pepsi there are a lot of loves that have been found in Pepsi, you need to report it ASAP, just to ensure that you are following the right policy, because you don't want to be on the wrong side of the policy and you are being terminated or inadvertently put into a role that you don't want, just to separate the relationship. And last but not least, and this is probably like the most heartburn I have, is, you know, come to work and be an adult. If you find yourself, you know, getting in situations with Susie and then you're going back and gossiping it with someone else, that really starts to create a brand for you that, you know, you're messy, you're immature, you don't have professional maturity. You don't want that noise. Again, you want to come to work, put your head down, do your job, so people know that you can get the job done and that you are above the fray and you don't get involved in things that are, quite frankly, high school. I see that a lot of times. You would think that these things don't happen, but that's honestly one, unfortunately, of the reasons why I'm gainfully employed. So these pitfalls are easily avoidable.